Hey there, I'm Laura from Cherubs Chalks Interiors. Join me today as I create a gorgeous new look for an old broken bureau, transforming it with this dark romantic vibe and showing you how you can create this look for yourself. Now I am a massive fan of these vintage writing bureaus, so whenever I see one for sale, I just can't resist. This one was super pretty with that gorgeous detailing at the bottom. Here's a little peek at the inside, which will also be getting a brand new makeover. Now we all know that the first step to any upcycle is to give it a real good clean. I'm using some white lightning which I've mixed up in a spray bottle. I'm going to give it a real good scrub and then I'm going to rinse off with some plain water. Now I'm going to give it a quick scuff sand. This is going to create a key for the paint to stick to the wood. I tend to use my electric sander as it's so much quicker, but you can do this by hand, and I'm using a 120 grit sandpaper. Now I'm going to be creating a textured base coat. First up, I'm using some English ivy, which I'll mix with some sea spray. I'm just going to add small amounts of sea spray until I reach the desired consistency. I don't want to go too thick with this one, as I am actually going to sand this smooth again. My plan is to add a few different textured layers and then eventually sand it smooth so that you can see all of those layers peeking through. As you can see, I've thickened the paint slightly, but it's still quite runny, which is exactly what I want. I'm going to load up my brush with the paint, and then I'm going to cross-hatch randomly across the piece. This cross-hatching technique will leave lots of texture and brush strokes throughout the paint. These high points will be picked out when I distress the top coat later on. I'm now going to repeat this process using Weeping Willow, which is a lighter shade of green. I will mix it with sea spray again, making it a little thicker this time, and then I'm just going to apply this randomly, but I'm not looking for full coverage with this one, so just random spots all over. I know this is going to look a little bit like Mr. Blobby, but trust me, it will all come together in the end. The final shade of green and the main coat for this bureau is going to be Collard's Green. This is a gorgeous dark green, which is possibly one of my favourite in the chalk mineral paint line. I have loads of furniture painted in this colour in my own home. I'm just going to apply 2 coats of this all over. I'm going to apply this quite smoothly and I'm looking for full coverage to cover up all of those colours underneath. Now it's time to distress and reveal those multiple layers of green. I'm using a 240 grit sandpaper and I'm just gently rubbing across my electric sander to smooth out the surface and create a colourful layered effect. I've gone for quite a subtle look using similar green shades, but you could do this using contrasting colours for a real vibrant effect. I'm wanting to go for a bit of a contrasting colour on the interior, so I've chosen Secret Path, which is a lovely lilac. I'm now going to apply this smoothly all over the interior, taking extra care when painting inside those little detailed spaces. Check out this gorgeous transfer, which is the Wisteria Spring Transfer. This is so pretty and I've been dying to use this, so I'm so excited to get started. Firstly, I decide on my positioning, then I remove the white backing paper, put this back into the correct position, and then I'm going to get my wooden transfer tool and burnish this onto the paintwork. As with this piece, I'll be applying the transfer over the drawers, so there are going to be slightly different levels and some curves to go around. So first of all, I start at the top, make sure that the transfer has adhered to that certain section, and then I'm going to move downwards using a knife to cut along where the drawers are going to open. I can then make sure that the transfer has adhered well and remove the clear transfer sheet. Once I've applied this first section, I can then work my way across the bureau, building up the transfers. What I love so much about building up these transfers to different designs is that each time you can create something completely unique. Now it's time to seal in all of that lovely paintwork and the transfer design. I'm using clear coat in flat and I'm just going to apply this all over the piece. I'm going to apply 2 coats of this, which will act as a protection barrier. This will ensure that the paintwork and transfer design will have long-lasting durability so that this gorgeous bureau can be enjoyed for many years to come. You can see that where possible I'm working in long, even brush strokes. This will make sure you don't get any streaks or obvious brush marks over your design. So the final piece is looking absolutely gorgeous. I am so pleased with how this turned out. I love that lovely, delicate transfer over that gorgeous dark green. And the fact that you can see those other colours peeking through just adds so much character. The contrasting pale lilac on the inside just looks so sweet and brightens up that dark green perfectly. If you'd like to see more of our work, including our furniture tutorial videos, you can subscribe here on our channel. You can also find us on all of the social media platforms at Cherubs Chalks Interiors. We look forward to seeing you there and hope that you tune in to our next makeover video. Have a great day and we'll see you next time.